Hey, what's up, my friend? So in today's video,
Okay, so now the sound should be good. Happy Eid, guys, everyone who celebrated the Eid today, and I hope all of you guys are having a good week. The market was good, I believe, this week. Right now, I can see a good sell in the pound dollar, guys, right here. Even stop loss right here, if it gets hit, is not too bad. So this is a potentially to be a good entry for a nice profit. Also, euro dollar. I can see a correction for the dollar index in this place or a reverse, either one. Let's look at the pound index right here. Is okay, is coming down a little bit, either correctionally or just gonna reverse. But the strength of the dollar is gonna weaken the euro and the pound. Okay, you can see now the Canadian is really strong. It's probably oil is gonna also go up. Dollar is really strong. Is gonna send euro dollar and pound dollar, both of them down. So this is probably the best time to sell euro dollar and pound dollar right here. Okay, guys. So this is euro dollar and this is pound dollar. So both of them I'll be selling some amount. Okay, so if you do sell here, you go for 200 bips profit, hopefully. So 1.2980 or something. Okay, and I hope we get a nice run in this area. It doesn't reverse on us. Okay, like this. I believe this is possible because this run was really big. I know in the weekly forecast we expected the pound dollar to continue going up, and we said the investors are going to continue buy the euro and the pound against the dollar uh, before the Fed's meeting. Okay. Possibly what we can get here, something like this. Okay, guys, we may get something like this. I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen. I'm saying possibly is a scenario. So we get a big wave down, then a correction, then another wave down. So something just to keep the eye on. Okay, let's check the sound here. Sounds good. Okay. So let's say quickly, here is a trend analyzer. It will give you what's going on in the market. So if we look at the pound dollar here, see what's going on. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's make it blue so it will be clear. Okay. You guys, you can see the monthly changed to up and weekly and everything right here. But you can see in the smaller time frame start to reverse. So this could be a really nice rundown if the dollar index will continue. Also, Australian dollar is the same thing. Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar both could be a good sell. Same thing for the euro, okay? Dollar Japanese yen also could be a good buy. Of course, you don't want to trade the dollar everything, but just let you guys know. The trend analyzer is available on our website, you guys. If you want to subscribe to our service, you are most welcome. If we look at the VSA market scanner here, you can see Japanese yen is really weak, but at the same time, New Zealand is really weak. So stock market is not lining up. You can see the CAD is up here, potentially because investors believe the GDP is going to be positive. That's why investors are buying the CAD before the news. Okay, that's good for you guys to know. When there's news and you see the currency is stronger before the news, you know those smart money guys, they know the news before it comes, or they do expect it. So that's why they are buying Canadian. So selling New Zealand Canadian or buying Canadian Japanese yen is good at the meantime. Also selling Euro Canadian is probably good sell right now. It's beautiful sell. Okay guys, you guys sell this one is I think is really nice. EURCAD is gonna be, and your stop loss is not too far away, and your profit is probably 200 pips or so, right here. Okay, guys. So that's the two levels right here you want to watch for here. That's stop loss, and that's probably about take profit right here. So that's possibly really nice. And you guys know we like to sell EURCAD, we don't like to buy it. So we prefer to take the sell signals. Okay, this can work really good if the GDP is positive, and that's probably expected because Canada in the summer gets better news than the winter. You know, everything is possible in the market, but it's probabilities, right? You guys know this. So going back here, so you can see the Canadian is really strong and Euro is getting weak. Pound kind of to the middle right here, but it's weaker than the Canadian and the USD. So selling pound Canadian also probably is a good choice. Yeah, the pound has been really volatile lately. Okay, guys, so we can see the Canadian is strong right here and dollar. So probably the money is in the Canadian and the dollar right now. And listen, you can see this is reversing right here. That's probably coming. That's This pattern possibly is a reversal pattern right here. This is looks like it's gonna shoot up like crazy. Especially if it comes here, make a double bottom in this area. This will gonna be is gonna be fantastic. I don't think this is gonna bounce back at least now. So possibly what we can see is one wave up, one wave down, then like this. Then at least we come back here. The dollar is way oversold. At least we need a correction right here, you know. So this possibly may run a nice run today. You guys also you can see the euro index. We expected a run in the weekly forecast also that was going really nice. It did run as expected. Those lines from the previous one just MT4 does not update. Bound also we expected to continue up. It did go up. Frank also we expected to break above this level and come down later. Okay. So New Zealand is getting weak again. That last week here when the stock did continue to fall a little bit. The euro dollar is going really good. So The euro dollar target is 70 pips, guys. Hey guys, Mr. Jamal here is asking a question. You're welcome, Just Synthetic Trading. Mr. Jamal asked a question right here. He's saying, what's about USD-CAD? So this is good to answer actually. Okay guys, if we do come here and we click here, you can see the USD and the Canadian dollar, both of them are very close to each other, very next to each other. Okay, and the pound is the strongest. That's why pound dollar sell is not, it's probably gonna go up a little bit now unless the pound weakens. So would be a better to buy pound Japanese yen, okay, and get out of the selling of the pound dollar. Okay, so buying the pound Japanese yen or selling euro pound is really good, guys. Selling euro pound is euro. I'm still gonna answer Mr. Jamal, just this is what we can see in the chart. Selling euro pound is very good, guys. Where is it? Where is it? It's here somewhere. Okay, I'll put this one. Euro pound sell probably is very good. Okay, that's in the 1 hour time frame right here. If you look at the 4 hour time frame, that's possibly a good sell here, guys. Probably you can get. I don't like the euro pound too much. It's a little bit slow. The BIF value is like almost 1.1 or close to 1.2. They're too much correlated to each other, just like Australia and New Zealand. Not as much, but they are. So that's why I don't like euro pound too much. Anyway, pound New Zealand is coming back down right here. Going back to the question, oil, guys, is really good buy, I believe. I could be wrong, right? But I think this is gonna be a good buy. Take a small lot size with 150 or 100 points target. It's possibly good here. 4150 also possible right here. All the way up here is possible. Okay, this is possible. So if we do go back here, you guys, you can see the dollar is getting really strong right here. It's beautiful. Okay, so the USD is the strongest currency right now. Probably pound dollar is gonna come down a little bit also. Anyway, why you don't want to trade dollar CAD now? Because both of them are very strong, so you avoid that. Anything close to each other, you avoid. You want to take, let's say, USD JPY is probably really good buy now. It's gonna fly. USD JPY buy is really good. If you go to the left side here, you're gonna see pound yen is 5.4. Okay. How does this work? If it's very easy, trade is made very easy with FXMS, guys. Okay, red delta, that delta, when it's red, you sell it. The bigger the number, the bigger the momentum. So euro dollar is really good sell. Okay, someone who wants to wait a confirmation after the price will reverse 200 bips and you sell it later on. It's also another way of trading, but our system is different a little bit. We will take what's volatile against what? The strongest currency against the weakest one. Then we're gonna use the ABC, we're gonna use the VSA market scanner to tell us euro dollar is a sell. Then we go to euro dollar, we check right here, do we have a sell or no? Was our system give us a sell, then we were gonna take it. We are not going to wait the 4 hour time frame confirmation or anything like that. We're just gonna scalp it 50, 60, 70 pips and get out. Okay, the euro dollar daily volatility about 70 bips, guys. So if you get 70 bips within the same day, you probably should be grateful and get out if you're an intraday trader. If you're a swing trader, you want to go for 300-400 bips, I believe this is possible. Okay, so that's the way we trade. Quick in, quick out, scalp in New York and London, session daily basis. You risk 1 to 2% maximum, and that's how you quickly make money in such a volatile and crazy market nowadays. Okay, so this move right here, that's what we talked about. Going back to the question right here. So why the euro dollar is a good sell, but USD CAD is not a greatest buy? Because the euro dollar is totally opposite of the dollar index. So wherever the dollar index is moving, euro dollar is gonna be completely opposite, 100% opposite. Okay. So what's happening right here in the dollar index? You can see this old big wave down start to reverse, and you look at the euro dollar, all this big wave up start to reversing. So absolutely opposite, 100%. That's why if we go to our system right here and we see the USD is the strongest right here, we're gonna sell euro dollar only. Okay, if you want to sell the euro against anything or buy it, you must go to the euro index right here. Then euro New Zealand is gonna be going up. Euro Japanese yen is going up. Euro Australian going down. Euro franc going down. EURCAD is going down. Euro pound is going down. But euro dollar is not related to the euro index as much as it is related to the dollar index. Okay, so that's number one why we sold euro dollar. Number two, why we will not buy in USD CAD. However, it could work out good if the GDP news today from the Canadian economy is negative, which I don't expect. I do expect to be positive and very bullish. Then those are very close to each other. That's why you don't want to trade USD CAD now. There's no much volatility in them. Okay, both of them are moving against other stuff, but against each other is going to be ranging and is not going to be great. Okay, guys. So that's why it's very important not only to have the system, but to understand how does it work, so you can apply this to the market. You can apply management, how to hedge according to this. Let's say you're stuck in some, let's say, I'm gonna give you an example already. So Japanese yen, let's say here dollar and pound, both of them are very strong against Japanese yen. So if you buy Australian, if you buy Australian Japanese yen, then you find Australian to be weak, you may hedge it with New Zealand Japanese yen, something like that, you know. So you can play with those three currencies for hedging. Not hedging was the same currency, hedging was another currency. Okay, you know, Australian, Canadian, New Zealand, they move with each other. New Zealand Canadian, guys, probably is a good sell now. New Zealand Canadian Japanese yen, I think is beautiful buy Canadian Japanese yen. If you go, I'm just gonna put Canadian Japanese yen here because it's probably one of the best buys. See, guys, that's probably a good buy long term. Right here, this is probably at least you're gonna get 100 pips or so. You know, Canadian Japanese yen is slow. Euro dollar is still going down, which is because the dollar index is still reversing, which is good. If you get like 70 pips from the entry or from here, you get out. How much from the top now? It's 64. How much from the start of the signal to this signal? 136. So if you get 60, 70 pips, you know, you want to get out or at least close half of your lot size. This is probably not too bad. Okay, Mr. Jamal, you're most welcome. So that's why we expect the oil to go up. We do expect the Canadian to be strong. So that's why we don't want to sell Canadian against dollar. We don't want to buy USD CAD, okay? But we would prefer to buy Euro dollar. We would prefer to sell New Zealand Canadian. We would prefer to sell Euro Canadian, like that, okay? So that's our methodology in trading, saying what's strong against what is weak, taking the future news consideration and forecast in considering the trade, but not really trading the news fully, okay? You just taking in consideration slightly. So we do expect the GDP for the Canadian economy to be strong, not because they bought strong, because it's a summertime and everything is going to say that it possibly is going to be strong. Okay, and oil also need to go up, so that's why we believe EURCAD is going to be a good sell. Okay, guys. Okay, that was all for now. So we're just gonna look at the chart for a little bit. Then later on we can. So I don't give you guys a headache. Later on we can come again a little bit. Okay. What's your trade?